Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking to you about my personal July art challenge. Now, a little bit different this month. I have really loved my June art challenge, and so this month I decided I was going to do something a little bit different because I don't want to switch to another medium. I want to continue working the way I have. Sort of. Let me explain. So it's quite interesting. You'll see Friday. So today's Sunday. Tomorrow I'm going to post this video. And then on Friday you'll see like a review of everything that I did in June. Now bearing in mind I travelled. So I didn't feel like I put as much practice into using the art palette. And I want to continue this month, but not just with that. So this month we're going to have a master study month. And what I've done is I've picked out 4 different pieces of art, and we're going to have a look at them now, and we're going to talk about why I've picked them, what I intend to do, and so on and so forth. So we're going to start with the smallest book, Rousseau. You may have seen me mention this book in my, it was my oil pastel month, but I don't remember if that was February or March. I'm actually just going to stand up because I feel like I'm too far away from the mic now. Now, in that I had done this, like a small section of this in oil pastels, and there are other images in here I would love to recreate to better understand his process. The one I'm going to be focusing on for July, is that not just the coolest? This is Surprised Tiger in a Tropical Storm. It was oil on canvas and made in 1891. It was 130 centimeters by 162 centimeters. I'm going to do it on a much smaller scale. So this is the first one I've chosen, and I think this one is likely to be done in watercolor or gouache with pencil on top, color pencil. Now, this is going to take me a long time, so it may not be that I do the entire image. David had an idea that maybe I just focus on a section, and I have this like little gadget thing, so I could focus on just a small section, which I'm not against. I think it could make like a nice series of little abstract pieces. So this is the first one that I'm going to be doing. Then let's do Cezanne, because I think I looked at Cezanne in that same month of oil pastels. So I've selected 3 in here, but I'm only going to do one. One is suitable for oil pastels, the other for acrylic, and the other for watercolor. Now obviously Cezanne mostly did oils, and the one that I do will depend greatly on the weather. I'm actually in one location. I'm going to be here for the whole of July, so no moving around, so I can use all of my art materials. I love this. There's something about it that really catches my attention at the moment. I think if I was going to do it, I would do it in oil pastels, but doing so requires it not to be too hot. And my sewing room currently is like excruciatingly hot. It has been. It's a bit cooler today, which is why I'm in here. So this I could do with oil pastels. Then, and this is where your thoughts come in, because I would love you to vote on this one from Cezanne. This one, I think I wrote down to do it in acrylics. I love the color combination. Oranges and the greens. It's more graphic. Obviously it wouldn't be with watercolor. I think it would work really well with acrylic paint or acrylic gouache, so that's another option. I'll zoom in. Let me tell you a little bit about the first one. This was done in 1874 to 1875. It's in German. I don't know German, but I love the colors. It's quite beautiful. There's something about this. It looks like a cross. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be because it's surrounded by trees. This looks like a pillow, like a cushion, a bedtime pillow. There's something about it that I just keep looking at, and I'm not sure why. Then this one is from 1885, 1887. Again, oil. And as I said, I love the colors. I love the graphic nature of the trunks. I think all of the ones that I'm showing you, I think I would learn something from doing as like my idea of a master copy anyway. And then the third one I would do in watercolor. Again, it's that color, the oranges, bluey greens. It's so beautiful. And this again was 1900 to 1905. And I think that one's beautiful too as well. So the first one was the ladies. The second one was the trees. The third one was the fruit, still life. So let me know in the comments of the video which one you think I should do of the Cezanne. Then David has loaned me these 2 books. I actually upset him because I open my books wide and I write in them and stuff, and I cracked the spine without thinking, and he was very cross. But you know, I said to him, how do you expect to use a book if you don't open it all the way? So he continued to let me borrow it. So this is Surrealism Beyond Borders. David does a lot of modernist literature and teaching and stuff, and surrealism kind of comes under that. So I'm not going to go into detail of the one I picked because I'm going to hopefully film each of them that I do. But this is Frida Kahlo. I actually have a big Frida Kahlo book, but it's too big for the desk, and I'm going to check. I'm pretty sure this one is in it, and I'm pretty sure I saw this at the exhibition I went to of Frida Kahlo's work a couple of years ago. But this is What the Water Gave Me from 1938, and it's really kooky, as is a lot of her work, but I just like the idea that you're laying in the bath, your toes are coming out, and then the reflection is all this other crazy stuff. Now again, it might be that that's too much for me to do in a week, so the plan is I'm choosing 4, and each one I will dedicate a week to. Sometimes it might be like an hour a day, sometimes it might be a little bit more than an hour, but that's my plan. I could also do that thing where I just find a section. I think that could be fun. Yeah, so that's Frida Kahlo. Also, I have a book upstairs. Let me go and get it. It's Mary Newcomb, and I love this image. Here it is, here from 1975, Foaming Water, and this one, Fish Pond, from 1984. I follow her daughter Tessa Newcomb on Instagram, and I love Tessa's work as well. I need to get one of her books. But I find this book really inspiring, and it's got like, it's drawing from observation. It's got all sorts in. Look at that boat. How cool is that? This, for some reason, reminds me of this, or this reminds me of this. So I like that kind of thing. So in terms of material, I think I would probably do it with watercolor and pencil. I think that's the way I'm going to have to go to make sure I can get like all the detail in, or the level of detail that I want. So that's the third one. And then the fourth, and this one I'm not afraid of crimping the spine, because it's fine. There's one technically, but I had bookmarked a second one. So let me show you the second one first. Here it is. Leonora Carrington, The Pleasures of Dagobert, 1945. I think this is really cool. This is the one that's on the cover, okay? And if you look at it closely, it's got like all this, like, it's almost like pencil detail. It's gorgeous. I said to David, there's no way I could do this in a week. I just don't have that, like, I don't have the luxury of that amount of time. I'd need like 50 hours in a day and probably 10 days and so much more to even attempt it. So he again suggested, this is why I came up with this idea, because he said, well, why don't you just take like a little section that you like? So again, my little view catcher thing could work for that. It would make it quite abstract. So that's an option, but because of the amount of detail in this, I'm thinking that might be like a month-long project at some point, and instead I do this one. Again, probably not all of it. And I think I wrote down acrylic, ink, gouache, and pencils. I feel like this one would be achievable. This is called Ophelia from André Masson, 1937. And supposedly this is loosely based upon the heroine in Hamlet. But I feel like this would be achievable. Obviously, like a master copy, you're copying the original to learn from it. So it's not like I'm going to be putting it up on my wall, although David was hopeful that would be the case. But I feel like I would learn a lot from each of these that I've chosen. So yeah, that's my July plan. Obviously, I've discussed briefly the materials that I'll be using. As I like start on each one, it'll become more clear. But in terms of paper, for the non-watercolor, well, I've got 2 options. Actually, it's 3. So the first one is, if I'm for any watercolor, I could use this long 100% cotton watercolor paper. It's 20 centimeters by 50 centimeters. I could do a series of studies, so 3 from one of those more complex ones, possibly, if I was going to use like water-based medium. The other option is the Moleskine sketchbook, which you've seen before because it's featured in a couple of my monthly challenge videos. I haven't used it since then, and I kind of miss the paper, but I don't think this is going to be suited for heavy like watercolor or acrylic ink or oil pastel. So probably it won't be that one, actually, looking at it in more detail. Then the third option is this. It's just a studio sketchbook, and I know it's only 140 GSM. It's from Jackson's, and I know that I shouldn't use this, like, it's not that it's rubbish paper, but hang on, I'm just trying to get it off so I can show it to you. But I actually haven't looked at it. Oh, it's crumpled on that page. It's really, really white. Oh my gosh, it's really crumpled. Let's certainly put some duff paper in there. Maybe this would just be better for doing quick life drawing studies or something, actually. But I had thought maybe, look at that. Can you see the lines on that paper? I had thought maybe I could do them on here, maybe 4 to a page. So we don't know. You'll have to wait and see how happens, what we do there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. My hope, I'm not promising because of time, my hope is that each one of these I will be able to record some footage and share that with you on a weekly basis so you can see the progress. Not guaranteeing that because I'm, you know, secret project that's like, whew, time is ticking away on that, but this will be nice and relaxing for me to do. So I hope you enjoyed that. Do let me know which of the Cezanne pieces you think I should study, recreate, copy. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Just let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on Friday with my June recap video, and yeah, have a great week. Take care. Bye. I see you thinking about it. Go on, go watch another one. You know you want to.